Oi, what a lovely day to be a British soldier stationed in Burma. I sure hope the locals don't cause a ruckus or any sort of trouble for me on this day, as they usually do. They do not like Europeans. Being a police officer for the Crown isn't easy work. In Moulmein, where I'm stationed in Lower Burma, the people around here seem to hate me in large numbers. In my life, I've never really been that important. The Buddhist monks seem to hate me the most. They have nothing else to do except jeer at Europeans from the street corners. In my mind, imperialism is rather evil. The sooner I can get out of here, the better. I would rather these people govern themselves. One thing I know for sure is that between the evil empire that I distaste so much and these little wretches that make my job so much more difficult, all I can do is think of my problems to myself, as any Englishman in the East can. On one fateful day, the most unbelievable thing had happened. I had been rung up by another policeman on the other side of town and been told that an elephant had been ravaging the bazaar. All I could do was get on my horse, grab my gun, and head towards the bazaar. On my way, I had been stopped several times by the Burmese and been told of what the elephant was doing. This was not a wild elephant, it was a working elephant. Overnight, it must have broken its chains and its gates. The only hope I have stopping this is to find its mahout, the owner of the elephant, who trains and uses them. I was trying to find the whereabouts of the elephant at the moment. Some people had told me it had gone one way, some others told me it had gone another direction. I could not really pinpoint the direction of the elephant at this time. While we were trying to find out the information, I had really taken disbelief to the story, as a matter of fact. After that, we heard yelling from around the corner. The children came around and around with a woman following. I suppose there was something that she did not want them to see. As we went to inspect, we found a dead man. He had not long been dead, probably a couple minutes. We were told that the elephant had killed him. It had already caused quite a commotion in the town. It had destroyed a man's home, made of bamboo, killed a cow, and it had raided the fruit stalls, devoured the stock. The people there were quite defenseless, as a matter of fact. They had no weapons. I remember the day was very cloudy and stuffy, and the ground was wet, and that the elephant had put his foot on the man and squashed him into the earth. As soon as we had seen what happened to the man from the elephant, I asked a friend to go grab my elephant rifle, and I had sent away my horse as not to frighten the beast. When he had returned with the rifle, I had been told by several Burmans that the elephant was making more trouble in the paddy fields. This was only a few yards away. Surprisingly, it seemed as if the whole town had been following behind me, eager to see what was going to happen to the elephant. They wanted it to die. They wanted to salvage its carcass for their own purposes. It is a real shame that these people cried for blood as soon as they saw the rifle. It was like a show to them. Their excitement reminded me of an English crowd. Originally, the rifle was not meant to harm the beast, it was just to protect myself if necessary. As an Englishman, I knew I had the duty to show these people the bravery of an Englishman. and so I was to take several steps towards the elephant, and if it charged, I would shoot. Otherwise, I would leave it alone and wait for them out. I figured I know what I need to do, so I loaded my gun, and I laid down for a good shot, and the crowd silenced watched. When I pulled the trigger, I did not hear the gun, I didn't feel the kick. All I could hear was the shouting of the crowd behind me as the elephant went down. Finally, after the third shot, he had made a trumpet noise and finally collapsed. And that was the end of the trouble from that elephant. People talked about the shooting of the elephant for weeks on end, even in Europe. The discussions were very divided. The older men agreed that it needed to be shot. Younger men did not agree. They thought I was wrong and that it was a damn shame. After the elephant had been killed, I had been glad that the elephant had killed the coolie, because it gave me sufficient pretext and the right to shoot the elephant as the right thing to do. But I do not think anybody understands that I only did that to not look a fool.